Yeah.
I would keep telling the last academy class that I graduated, I kept telling them, you're gonna be the first of many. And now I was thinking today, I was like, I think we're gonna do more first of many, being outside, I thought was pretty cool.
It was very nice. Very nice.
How many people did we get? Because I wasn't there at the beginning of it.
Today,
Yeah.
today there were 10 9 out of the 10 detectives. One is, his wife is on bed rest. She's pregnant. She's awaiting her arrival of the baby. And then there were 2 sergeants, but one sergeant is actually away. So there were a total of 10, and then 2 of the officers got recommendations. They were there and one of them did not come. So yeah, it would have been a total of 15.
That's good.
Yeah.
And they just finished, or did you just start?
Yeah, so.
Oh, you mean the academy class?
Yeah.
Oh, the academy class is finishing in May. They're starting. They're still pretty new. They'll be graduating in May. There's a total of 16 for Bridgeport, I believe, and 1 for Stratford in the academy.
That's good.
Yeah.
And
then
in 5 classes substituting.
Sorry.
no worries.
Did your brother retire yet, or is he still on?
Oh, no, he retired a year ago. He was actually here. He was on his way back to Florida this morning.
Well, that's good.
34 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did 36.
Oh, God bless you.
I
I just started my 30th, so.
like those. That's why they go. What are you doing? They told him, no more than 25.
That's what we all say, right?
Yeah, that's what my wife says. And she says, yeah, you tell everybody to retire and you're still on. Oh, well.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? When I hit my 25th, I still had so much energy and desire to continue to work with the community and the PD. So I stayed. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Hey, Lieutenant,
Yes.
are you
Hi. Yes, Commissioner.
Lieutenant O'Donnell?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I just sent a text message to a reminder for Commissioner Farrow.
Okay.
So he did say when I spoke to him yesterday that he would be attending.
Did he realize he was going to be the 4th commissioner at the time? Or?
Yes, I did remind him of that, and
Okay.
he said that he would be in attendance, but I'll just step away and give him a call right now.
Okay, thanks. I mean, because our agenda is very light.
Yes, yep.
We could get in and out in a short period of time.
We got to get to the grocery store, y'all.
We
We got a store coming.
I know. No, we got a very light agenda this evening.
Mhm.
And Commissioner
Yeah.
Cruz is not here
Your card.
and is always good for questions regardless.
You got
Yeah,
one?
yeah.
Yeah.
Is there rubber band there?
We were doing our snowstorm plans earlier today. Oh my goodness. They're talking about between, Scott said the lowest would be 8 inches.
8
The
inches.
highest would be 16.
Oh my God, 16 inches.
Yeah. So they're talking about like emergency street snow removal, car removal.
Yeah,
There
a
he
lot of
is.
towing.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, we've been lucky. We haven't had a storm in 2 years. So
I know.
what do we end up last year with? A couple of inches.
You can only see from up there.
So
Yeah, if that. We had a pretty good year. We've had
Oh,
the
yeah.
past couple of good years.
Okay. 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 So Commissioner Farrow is dialing in. He just dialed in and then something happened.
Okay.
So I do see, I think that he is here. So
Okay.
I'm here.
Hey,
Hello.
Commissioner Farrell.
Hey guys, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, good.
Okay. Lieutenant, you ready?
we are ready.
We are ready. Okay. I'm going to call this regular board meeting of the Honorable Board of Commissioners to order, and roll call of commissioners. Say Commissioner Cuminato,
Here.
Commissioner Diaz,
Here.
Commissioner Farrow,
Here.
Commissioner Roach is here. For the record, we have a quorum. And the next, I'm sorry, if you please pause and observe a moment of silence for retired Sergeant Angelo Pierce, who passed away Sunday, November 8th. Also, please observe a moment of silence for retired Officer Bruce Hogue, who passed away Saturday, November 14th. Also, please observe a moment of silence for retired Sergeant Eugene O'Neill, who we all knew. Gino was not only a longtime member of the department, but he also served as a police commissioner as well, among several other things. And Gino passed away on Friday, November 20th.
Rest in peace.
And lastly, please observe a moment of silence for retired Officer Jack Machiski, who passed away on Tuesday, December 1st. May they all rest in peace.
Amen.
Yes. Amen.
Next up is the acceptance of the minutes of the regular board meeting, which was held on November 17th. Unless there's any questions or comments, I'd entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
It's been moved. Is there a second?
Right.
Second.
Seconded.
Aye.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Okay, the minutes are accepted. Next up is reports. We'll start with the chief. The chief's already given us a kind of a synopsis of the event today, which was well attended and quite successful, and just a nice thing to have. And thank you again for putting that together and doing such a nice job with it. But
Yes. Very nice.
Chief, the floor is yours.
Thank you, sir. So I'm going to be brief. First of all, I'd like to thank all of you that were able to attend the ceremony. I think it's very important for the officers to see that they're supported by the board. And if you notice, there were people there from the state's attorney's office, et cetera. Obviously, their families. It was a really good turnout. I was very honored to be able to conduct the promotions on this day. And there will be more recognition award ceremonies. I will definitely let you know. I know it's getting really cold, so I don't know that we will do them outside, but I will definitely let you know for the next one as well. In regards to, we did have a homicide this past Sunday evening on Harold Avenue. You know, it's amazing because we went, I believe it was 11 or 12 weeks without a homicide, and I couldn't have been more elated. And lo and behold, this one happened. It wasn't a gunfire. It was a stabbing, and the detectives have been actively working on that case, and I think they have a very good lead. We also have noticed, so for the year we've had 21 homicides, which is quite too much, if you ask me. One is too many. But we are, like I said, those 10 detectives are going to fall in the gap. They're going to hit the ground running. In regards to one of the other major concerns is our shots fired. We've had over 5,000 shots fired within the city of Bridgeport this past year, and that's noted through ShotSpotter. We are doing a NIBINS class, which will be able to do all of the testing on the shell casings to see if they're involved in specific cases or specific shootings, homicides, etc. We've been offered through the Federal Bureau of Investigation a class for NIBINS, and then they'll have the van here on the premises to expedite those kinds of testing on the shell casings. We also, I'd like to tell you that we have been fully in full mode with Project Longevity, the community piece, the criminal aspect. The officers assigned to Project Longevity have been going out, knocking on doors, going to the homes of people that are people of interest in regards to potential group members or getting involved in group activity. And as far as the community piece, we've had a retired detective, Harold Dimbo, going out to the locations, meeting with the mothers, the groups, they're called moms, from the east side, from the west side, in an effort to join forces to try to get the kids off the street and make an impact in their lives. Now, I will tell you that one of the things that I am looking at and focusing on doing through the Project Longevity is doing the Project Longevity, but with juveniles as well, because I know that we have very young people that we've been dealing with, picking up. So a lot of them are the trigger pullers, and that's what we have to be careful about. But I feel that if we can do some intervention at an even earlier age, that we can probably rescue them and cause a good impact in their lives so that they don't go down that road. So that is something that we've been actively talking about, the Project Longevity juvenile piece. And we, like I said, we've been attending community meetings via Zoom. I was on a Mothers Demand Action regarding gunfire, firearms, Connecticut Coalition Against Gun Violence, and you know, just them getting to know who I am, what our mission is with the police department, what things we have put in place to try to positively impact, intervene in some of the violence that we have seen this year. Like I said, it's been nationwide. Everybody is seeing the uptick, but I have to make sure that I'm taking care of Bridgeport and making an impact for Bridgeport. We've been moving forward on other items. We're preparing for the storm. We're still addressing COVID matters. And, you know, for right now, I'm going to leave it there.
Hey, I have a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Chief, and it's funny because I haven't heard it brought up, and I was asked the other day, and it struck me because I didn't have an answer. But does the ShotSpotter pick up shots fired inside of residences or inside of buildings, or is it just that's what I figured. I just didn't know what the proper answer would have been.
Yeah, it's and even if it's inside of a car, it's not 100% that it will pick
okay.
up. Mm-hmm.
Okay, because that's a lot of times they're saying, but the guy got, okay, so if it's in a car or in a building, there's a good chance that it won't get picked up. Perfect.
Correct, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And just to let you know that one of the things that We are still having it's called the Strategic Enforcement Detail. For sustainability purposes, I couldn't continue having it every day. So we've cut it down to 2 days a week where we're seeing the uptick, or we're seeing the most activity on the street or throughout the city. And we have 8 officers, 1 sergeant working those details in what we call reconsidered hotspot details. I've had officers walking in PT. I myself was walking in PT last week, just getting out there, getting to know the community, hearing their concerns and letting them know that we are listening to their concerns and we do want to make a difference for them.
Excellent.
Yep, good for you, Chief. Any other questions for the chief? Alrighty. Chief, thank you very much. Good luck with the storm,
Thank you.
and I'm sure we'll
Merry
talk soon.
Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas
Yes.
to you all too.
Merry Christmas, yes.
Good night, Chief.
Much better 2021, okay?
Absolutely.
Right.
Indeed.
Have a great evening.
You
Bye-bye.
too, Chief.
Thanks.
Okay.
Next is a report from the union. Brad, you there? You got to unmute yourself.
I am. Thank
There you
you.
go.
I appreciate the reminder. Good evening, Commissioners.
Evening.
How's everybody doing?
Good, how are you?
Excellent, excellent. I'm just going to repeat exactly what the chief said. Thank you very much for those who were able to attend. I think in times like these, these officers certainly appreciated it. I know I appreciate you guys coming out and recognizing them. Promotions in any job are a big thing, but within a police department, these are individuals who worked very hard. They studied, they were tested on many different levels to get to these positions. And it's, in my opinion, it was overdue, but, I know the chief, myself, we were pushing with labor and other departments with civil service trying to get this done. So thank you again for showing up today. We do have a new executive board. Our board results were finalized actually last evening. So we do have a full new union board. I'll just report really quickly. Myself, I am confirmed as the union president. Officer Vincennes is the vice president. Sergeant Golding is the secretary. Mr. Officer Salem is our treasurer, and we have 6 very good, well-qualified executive board members to include Officer Falbo, Officer Miller, Officer Bepko, Detective Cintrone, Sergeant Walker, and Lieutenant Gale. So, it's actually, we've covered the DB, and this is a vote of the membership. So it really, has basically gone all throughout the department. There's a lot of people on here with experience, and we're looking forward to, working with the city and, trying to get some things done here in the future. As COVID dwindles, I will tell you that, we're hoping to put an end to all of this and put it behind us. I think with the police accountability bill that has come up, I am looking to make some type of new inroads with our community. There's a lot of things that our officers do throughout the years, but I'd like to be able to bring that forefront to the board and also, to our community to be able to better work with the people within the community and let them know, hey, we're here to help you. So again, I would stress that, I think as COVID dwindles down, we will be in a much better position to be able to get out there and work within our community like a lot of our officers already do. So with that, I'll close. Thank you very much. And I certainly appreciate you guys giving the moment of silence for these officers who've passed on. It's a little, eye-opening to somebody like me because I worked with Officer Angelo Pierce. I knew Gene O'Neill very well. So, much appreciated. Again, we're looking forward to working with you guys here in the future.
Hey, thank you, Brad. Just a quick question. First, congratulations on the election. And just out of curiosity, how were you able to pull off a union election remotely? I say you did quite a lot of officers you're dealing with there. So
yeah, it was actually done by mail by USPS. So
Okay.
everything was mailed out. Everything was in accordance with AFSCME regulations and rules. So it was a 20-day period. It was three runoffs actually until we finally got our last e-board member. So, our election committee did a lot of hard work, and one of those people was actually Lieutenant O'Donnell. So, kudos to her.
yeah, no surprise there.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
He's a facilitator, but okay, very good. Any other questions?
Good.
All right, sir. Thank you very much.
Commissioners, have a
holidays.
great
Merry
Christmas.
Yeah,
Yes, thank
fantastic
you.
holiday for you too.
Thank
You
you
too.
all. Be safe.
The good work. Bye-bye
Thank
now.
you.
Okay. Our next item is pending investigations. We're not allowed to go in executive session. And Lieutenant, my apologies, but I don't have anything from Internal Affairs in front of me. Did they submit
Yes.
anything? They did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I can resend it to you now, Commissioner, if you'd like, but we did receive a report.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry if I just realized I didn't have that. If you could, I'd appreciate it.
Sure, yeah, I'll get it right over to you.
Okay.
So I just sent it, Commissioner.
Okay, thanks.
No, right now.
Gentlemen, any questions?
No, good.
I lost
Okay.
everybody. I don't know if my voice is coming over.
Yeah. Hold on.
Okay, I got you. Oops, lost it.
Okay, we'll move on to 3D, clerk's report on the status of pending matters.
So Commissioners, I'll be sending out an email. I'm still gathering availability from both the union and the city, but I'm looking to restart Barrows hearings again towards the middle or end of January. And, they would resume over in City Hall Annex in the conference rooms. I just want to get final clearance, and get through the holidays and early mid-January. But I will be sending something out this week or next, just for your availability to restart the case that we had to cancel in December. Just as a reminder too, we do have one second step Barrows that will also have to, get that done. That was an individual who was unable to attend our meeting in October. And then in January, we will, for our January meeting, we'll probably have our Plan B financial update. And, again, it'll still be remote, but we'll have our friends from UBS, addressing and just giving you their annual update on how the fund is doing. And that's pretty much all I have right now. Haven't received any more cases. Everything was updated in last month in November.
Hey, thank you, Lieutenant.
Oh, you're very welcome.
We have under new business, old business, correspondence, and letters of appreciation. Nothing.
Yep. Commissioner Roach, if I may.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, I did send an addendum out. I will resend it.
Addendum.
So it was regarding I had received this after I had sent out my agenda last week for 6A. We have a letter from a letter from Commissioner Valerie Quarles of submitting her formal resignation from the City of Bridgeport Police Commission effective November 30th. And then I also have, when we get to it, an additional three traffic requests. 2 for approval of a handicap sign and 1
Yep.
Not to be approved.
Yeah, those I have.
You have that? Okay, very good.
Okay. We'll move on to widow's pension. Mrs. O'Neill and Mrs. Machiski. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Yes,
Casey?
Chesky.
Yep.
Can,
So,
and paperwork is in order, Lieutenant?
yes, and actually, for Mrs. Macheski, I just received the death certificate about 10 minutes ago. So we will be able to approve her pension tonight.
Okay, very good. I'll entertain a motion from Commissioner Cuminato to approve the request from Mrs. O'Neill. Matt?
Then for me, Dean?
Yeah,
I'll make a motion to approve the pension for Mrs. O'Neill.
okay, is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That's unanimous. And secondly, request from Mrs. Irene Macheski to receive a widow's pension. Commissioner Cuminato, would you like to make a motion?
Certainly, so make a motion, we approve the pension for Mrs. Chesky.
Motion's been made. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Motion carried. Okay, moving on to, we'll start with 9A. Request of the city engineer's office to approve the following traffic requests. There's, the first one is replacement and relocation of a dead end warning sign and replacement of existing stop sign along Morehouse Street. That's kind of overdue. And the installation of crosswalks for the East End Civic Block development located along Stratford Avenue, Central Avenue, and Revere Street. Those also need our consent. So I will entertain a motion to combine those 2 items and to approve if the board sees fit.
So moved.
It's been moved. Is there a second?
Aye.
It's been seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Motion carried. And we also have the addendum for 2 recommended handicap parking signs, one for 76 Bassett Avenue and one for 1660 Fairfield Avenue, first floor. Unless there's any issues, I would entertain a motion to combine and approve those 2 requests.
Make that motion.
It's been made. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Those motions carried. And Lastly, we have a request of the city engineer's office not to approve the installation of a handicap parking sign at 73 Ives Court. We've been notified that not only is there off-street parking available by the means of a private driveway, but probably more importantly is there's not enough frontage in front of 73 Ives Court to warrant a parking space at all. So unless there's any questions or issues, I would entertain a motion to approve the request of the city traffic engineer, which would be not to install a handicap parking sign at that location.
So moved.
It's been moved. Is there a second?
Aye.
It's been seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Any opposed? Okay. Motion is passed. Unless there's anything else on the regular agenda, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
It's been moved. Is there a second?
Aye.
Second.
Been seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Regular meeting is adjourned. Now the board reconvenes as the trustees of the Police Relief Fund, as in Plan A. The roll call of Plan A members, Commissioner Cuminato,
Yeah.
Commissioner Diaz,
Here.
Commissioner Farrow,
Here.
Commissioner Roach is present. For the record, we have a quorum. I'll entertain a motion from Commissioner Cuminato, if it would please the board, to combine the requests of Mrs. O'Neill and Mrs. Machewski to receive a widow's pension effective immediately. Maddie,
So move.
it's been moved. Is there a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Are any opposed? Okay. The requests in both cases have been granted. Entertain a motion to adjourn Plan A.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any of you guys opposed? Okay. All right, guys, we're adjourned. Thank you.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas to everybody.
Merry
6:36.
Christmas. Yep.
Not too bad.
Good night, commissioners. Have a
Take
great
Night,
night.
care.
everybody.
Good night.
Thank you.
Yep,
My
thank
sister-
you.
My secretary says, Merry Christmas.
Christmas.
Merry
Maddie,
Christmas.
tell your wife we said Merry Christmas too.
Yes, tell her we said Merry
We don't see her floating around in the back since for the last 20. Oh, there she is.